All right, everybody. So I haven't had a video up for quite some time. In fact, I haven't been detecting that often. I've been really busy. But anyway, I'm at a little park here that I found more buffalo nickels right here in this little spot than any other place I've ever hunted. And so now I've got the Manticore here. And since I know how to run it a little bit better, what I'm doing is I've got a tight discrimination pattern where its dimes are better and a nickel notch. Let me show you that right there. So the reason I have heavy discrimination, especially today, is I have about an hour and there's no reason to open up your screen and dig every target because I'd be here all day in just a little spot. So I'm just going to hopefully get another buffalo nickel out of here, and dimes are better now. Bill and I came here one time after a guy said that he'd been hunting here. It's kind of funny. He said he's been hunting here. Well, let me go back. Guy said he was hunting at a park and said he found quite a bit of silver and that he thought he got it all, him and his buddy. And so then he proceeded to say, well, since we got it all, we'll tell you where we went. And so Bill and I came down here like within an hour and started finding, I believe, a few silver dimes. I know a half dime was found here, not by me and Bill, one of Bill's friends that joined us. And but the first time here, I probably found 4 or 6 buffalo nickels. And so anyway, I'm here. I've got it set up here at recovery speed 0, and I'm going to sweep my coil slow and try to get all the coins here deep. So my buffalo nickels that I found here were 6-8 inches deep or better, and finding them with the E-track. So now I'm here with the Manticore, setting it up pretty deep. I'm in low conductors, and I've got my sensitivity at 25. It's a little jittery, but I've got my first signal right here. It's a little high for a nickel, but I'm going to dig it. 27. So it only shows about, it shows it's shallow. So it's likely, if it's a nickel, it's probably going to be a newer one. The soil is really black and loamy here. Oh, it's the surface fine here. Oh, so there you go. A newer nickel. It's like a 2006 or something. 2018. But it's a nickel. So we'll see if we can't find a buffalo. Okay, I went about 10 feet and I've got another nickel signal. 24 to 26, 6 to 8 inches deep here. I'm gonna mess with my recovery speed, put it on 1, see if still got it. Somewhere right in there. Right here. I always like putting my back to the street. So 6 to 8 inches deep. This could be potential right here. Maybe I can get a nickel here on the camera. Right down there. So we're at 8 inches right now in the dirt. It's nice to know what we got here. Oh, there's a cup handle right there. It's nice to know the depth of your digger, or the length of it. So I know from here to here it's 8 inches, and from here to here it's 14. So I'm at 8 inches right there. Okay, over this way a little bit. Oh, there we go. There's a nickel right there, but it's not a buffalo. Let's see what year it is. 85. You see, that's an 85 nickel at 6 inches. So 2 nickels. I love finding nickels, especially buffalo nickels. I know Bill does too, because everybody skips them. So when we find a nickel, we act like we found a gold coin. Okay, so I went a few feet and I'm getting a dime hit here. $79.80. $79 to $80 right there. Not as deep as I thought. The roots are deep here. Thought I saw something right there. What is that? Nope. There we go. We must have missed that one. That's a clad dime at 2.5 inches. It's funny how you can keep going back to the same spots and wonder how you miss some of the things. Nothing's quite hunted out. I'd have to say some things are hunted more. They're a lot thinner, but hunted out, I'm not sure yet if that's an actual term or not. Just searching for good signals, good solid signals. All right, so here's another nickel signal. It was nasty to begin with over here. See, it's nasty, but switch over here. A lot better. Nasty. Right in the center of a nickel slot there. Let's see what we got. Nice and tight signal, 6 inches. Again, I'm rotating to put my back against the street so nobody thinks I'm plowing the field up. Now, this is one we may have missed because of the angle you swept it from, because it was nasty to begin with. Okay, right in here. Come on, buffalo. Nope. Slaw. Sounded bad one way, sounded good the other. that's just what happens. All right, about 5 feet away, here's another nickel signal. About 4 inches. $24.25 on the meter. It feels like this one's been dug before. You know how you just get that feeling it's been dug before. The grass isn't quite thick, you see. But maybe they left it for a reason. Don't know. A little piece of can slaw. Something else. Maybe this is my nickel. Thought I had a coin ball. Oh, come on. Right there's nickel. Not a buffalo. It's just a Jaffy. See what else is there. What could have happened is they dug it, found some slaw, and moved on, leaving the actual nickel in there. Because there's some slaw in there. Alright, right there was that last nickel. Right here is a really nice nickel signal. See that? It sounds too big to be a nickel, but it's likely slaw. Oh. Nope. She's a nickel. What is that? Oh, it's just a regular new nickel, 2016. Kind of look like a war nickel at first, but nope. When we first came to this park, Bill and I was hunting over there because this pavilion looks pretty new, and I figured everything around here would be new, you know, backfill and stuff. And I'm hunting over there, and Bill hollers, I got a wheat penny. It was over here, and he found several wheats. I found a few. We both found a lot of nickels. And I haven't had much luck on the perimeter, but doesn't mean there's nothing there. So that's why I'm over here. Just going somewhat, sounds like iron. Going kind of slow. This is really the first time I've ever ran my recovery speed lower than 4. So just giving my detector time to catch up here. Reset. There's a 87, 89. That's a quarter range. I should have brought my lash over here so I could just stab it, feel it, pop it out. These shallow ones. Popped out somewhere. Right there. Clad quarter. It looked like it'd been there a while. We may have missed that too. Let's see what else is right there. Why did we miss that? So I'm going to open my screen up. Oh, there's a lot of iron there. Iron everywhere. Right over it. Picked it right out of there. That sounds like iron. Real high squeaky. So that's a good reason you missed the quarter, because all the iron around it. All right, here's another nickel signal. Just open this iron up and still clean. I don't know how anybody would have missed that. Not very deep. Maybe I can just... This digger's not conducive for popping. Look, there's one. That wasn't very deep. Go back over it. All right, I'm on to a 8-inch deep nickel signal right here. Not real clean. I can't even get it that way, but this way. It's not a good signal, guys, but I'm in the nickel field, buffalo field, so let me show you what it's showing me on the screen. You see how it's building a bunch of crap, but it's still in my nickel slot. So it even sounds deep. So let's see. Let's see if we got a buffalo hiding right here. Man, the soil's really tough this time. Ouch. This is why I put my back toward the street. You get somebody on the city council or whatever, and they see this, they freak out. Getting a signal there. Better one right here. This is in the buffalo depth, 6 inches or so. It's also in the beaver tail depth. Now that's definitely a nickel signal. I'm sure that's what it's going to be. There's not going to be a nickel hiding in there. Okay. There we go. Hey, at least it's out of the way, right? All right, I'm getting a quarter signal right here. 88 solid. Open it up. Quarter signal right here. Not very deep. I'm sure it's going to be clad if it's a quarter. So there we go. Now that's been there a while. 2003. You can tell it's been there a while. We missed it. Getting a dime hit right here. $79. It's junky that way. Let's see what we got. Clad dime. Clad dime at about 2 inches. Inch and a half, 2 inches. Okay, I'm getting a real nasty like 83, which is a silver dime, but well, pretty jumpy. 82, 84. Just open it up. All sorts of red, all sorts of iron. All right, I'm going to try it. I think it showed 8 inches deep. Something down here. I'm at 8 inches. Some kind of, oh, it's a end off of an old fuse. So that's going to be plated brass or copper. That could have been a good one though. Yeah, getting another hit right there. It might be the other end of it. Oh yeah, it's more of it. Or looks like something electrical. All right. Call that good. All right, getting another nickel signal. It's kind of a nasty signal. And also the parks department started mowing the park behind me. So my time is limited. It was limited anyway, but here's one. I'll show you. It's pretty smeary. You see? But just like the E-track, you make a small nickel notch and anything that hits in there decent, you need to be digging. Okay. It's just 6 or 8 inches deep. Might have been on edge. There we go, another nickel. Been there a while. Me and Bill missed him. All right. I think I got two mowers behind me now. I don't know if this one's part of it, part of the Parks Department or not, city. And it's real nasty. Four-inch dime. You got to take in consideration the grass, so it's probably as loud as it's screaming right on the surface. Should be able to get it right there. Feel it. There we go. Dime, clad, no. It's a 74 copper. Down about an inch. Got an 87 right here. Two inches, so it's going to be a surface quarter. If it's a quarter. I got it. Right there. Clad quarter. Okay, there's a 87. Another clad quarter on the surface. Yeah, that's a little deeper. Not that deep, I'm sure. There it is right there. It's laying flat to the world too. You see? I'm gonna open my screen up and see if there's any iron there. I mean, that anybody with a $99 bounty hunter would have found that. Let's see if there's any crap around it. Right there. Open it up. So getting a lot of, see the iron? There's something right here too. Nope. Open it up. Opening it up, I'm getting some 24 numbers. I'm getting a 22, 24 right there. Oh, it's back and forth, iron, nickel. Let's see what's right here. Nasty signal, but I saw a flash or two of 24. Let's see what we got. Right there in the bottom of the hole. You got it. If that's a nickel, I bet it's going to be a buffalo. It ain't. Wow, that's a deep beaver tail. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. That's what it was. But think about that. Hear all that iron? That could have been a nice coin mixed in there. If you're digging beaver tails, you're doing fine. All right, I'm getting a 26 right here. $26, $27. It's not consistent, and the audio is pew, pew, pew. $25, $26. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. Not all nickel signals are clean. Not all coin signals are clean, especially nickels. So much trash mimics nickels. Let's see. Good sign. There we go. Some slaw. I'm getting a 23 right here, and it's also a weird tone. Let's open it up. It's just such a sharp tone. Makes me think it's aluminum. Okay, come on. There we go. Well, now I can open up my beer cans. Open up my beer bottles. That might be handy to have. All right, I have a nickel signal right here. You're going to hear nothing, virtually nothing. Work my way around. Right there. 23, 6 inches. .23, 6 inches. Virtually a one-way, or one angle signal. Shows 6 inches, but that's on something if it's a coin. Get around here, you can see in the hole. got it out. There's a nickel. That's an old one. That could be a buffalo. Yeah, it's a buffalo. Oh yeah. Can't quite get it cleaned up, but you guys know that buffalo color. She wore thin. Hey, that was a one-way signal, guys. So when you remember, go 90 degrees. Gone. Let me open it up here and see what we got. Listen to that iron. Iron all around that hole and in the hole. Red numbers. Alright, I'm getting like a 94 right here, guys. 92, 94. I'm building iron here at the same time. So I'm going to open it up. Let's hear the iron. We can already see it. Still 92, 94. I believe that's going to be a can. Let's see. I think that's going to be a big piece of aluminum. Deep. I'm down to gravel now. That's a, what is that? That's a big piece of lead. Look at that. Big hunk of lead. Well, maybe there's something around it. Nope. Okay, so here's how I'm going to do the roundup. I actually did a roundup after the hunt at the site. Then I came home and I started unloading my stuff, and I noticed that my Predator 31 Raptor wasn't on me, wasn't in my truck. It must have fell out at that park right as I was pulling out or taking my tool belt off. I don't know. So instead of coming home, editing the video and putting it up, I went back out the next day. Of course, my digger wasn't there, and they'd mowed the whole park, so I'm sure somebody got it. Anyway, so what I want to say is, you know, this first hunt you just watched, I was running my recovery speed at 0, trying to go deep, and I should have been comparing that with especially on the iffy targets, by bumping my recovery speed up and seeing if I could get a little cleaner hit. But as you see on the video, I still got I was still able to pick coins out of a site with some nails around it or trash, because after the dig, then I'd go back over with the screen opened up and you could hear the iron. And when I got home, I'm like, crap, I should have on, especially on those targets, bumped my recovery speed up to see if I could clean those signals up. but it actually did really well at 0 separating. Of course, I was moving the coil slow too. So going back looking for my digger gave me an opportunity to hit that same site, and it is 25 by 30. That's all the size that I've been hunting. Bill has hunted it. I've hunted it several times. Each time we get coins, buffaloes, out of the same stupid spot. So anyway, so I went to put my hat cam on, and I left it home on the charger. So I was already at the park, and I thought, what the heck, I'll go ahead and hunt that same spot. Now, instead of at 0 recovery speed, all the way up to 8 recovery speed. So it was quick as lightning. And so I found coins in the same spot. So let's do the roundup for the first day, and you'll see here on the table I've got them separated here. But everything from here over is the first day. This is the second time I went over here. So this is 0 recovery speed. So I have I got 7 quarters, clad quarters, and you can tell most of these have been in the ground a long time. You can just tell. Some of these were surface finds. You saw me dig those. Anyway, 5 dimes, 2 coppers, and I got 10 nickels, with 1 being a buffalo. Now this is at 0 recovery speed. I went back and I hit it with the fastest recovery speed, which was 8. All the other settings were identical, and I found another quarter, 4 dimes, another copper cent, and another buffalo. So that's with extremely high discrimination. Iron too. You see my iron limits are squeezed down, and I'm running a tight coin pattern. So where there's buffaloes, there's Indians. So I'm going to go back out and run it at my recovery speed at 4 or 5 like I always do, and I'm going to hit that site diagonally. So I've been north and south, east and west 2 times here on these hunts, and I'm going to hit it diagonal, and I'm going to open up the screen to accept Indians. Of course, I'll get zincs too, but so each time I go back, I just as targets drop off, then I can just keep opening up my discrimination and digging more targets. Digging more targets means more trash. That's fine. But anyway, I always like going and cherry picking first, and then as I go back to the sites, open up discrimination. So I appreciate y'all following me. I know it's been a long time since I've posted a video, mostly because I've been really busy washing houses, and we just bought a house about 7 months ago from 1965. This is the house right here I've been working on. Anyway, it hadn't been updated since 1965, so I bought it as is. So I've just been working my tail off here. So hopefully this, I'll get some more videos up for you. But anyway, I appreciate all the views, and got any comments, put them below. I normally answer everyone. And thanks for sticking with me all these years, and I'll see you on the next video, hopefully very soon. Take care. Bye.